Everyone in a free country has the opportunity to succeed. So why doesn't everyone succeed? That's a good question. Because success and failure are choices made consciously and subconsciously. And failure is chosen by many of various reasons. Here are 7 undeniable reasons why some people fail where others succeed. 1. They define success wrong. As David Blythe said, striving for success without hard work is like trying to harvest where you haven't planted. Do you believe that success is won, innate, or earned? The answer someone gives can tell you a lot about them and why they are where they are. Success is won. If you believe that success is won, you experience animosity and envy towards those you view as lucky or more fortunate than you. You also believe that success is out of your control. It simply depends on a flip of the coin or certain circumstances. How hard are you willing to work if you believe that success is won rather than earned? Success is innate. People who believe success is innate often feel the same as those who believe it's won. The only difference is that believers in innate success have a more pessimistic view of opportunity. It's trivial to them. We will go over this in a little later. Why does opportunity matter if success is innate? How hard are you willing to work if you feel your opportunity doesn't matter and your chance of success are nil because of your circumstances? Success is earned. The last group of people believe what we know to be true based on statistical analysis. Success is earned. These people understand that in order to succeed, they must earn it. How do they earn it? They climb the mountain and utilize the same process others have used to achieve. How hard are you willing to work if you believe success must be earned? Number 2, they deny opportunity wrong. Ayn Rand said, the ladder of success is best climbed by stepping on the rungs of opportunity. Do you believe that opportunity provides a possibility of success or that it is trivial? Let's ask the same question we asked when we discussed success. How hard are you willing to work if you believe the opportunity you were born with is trivial? How hard are you willing to work if you believe the opportunity you were born with is a possibility? How hard are you willing to work if you believe the opportunity you were born with is a probability? I hope this is coming together for you. I still want to go further, though I want you to see exactly how your views on opportunity and success work together to help you determine your outcome. People who believe success is won see their opportunity as a possibility, but sometimes as trivial. People who believe success is innate see their opportunity as trivial. People who believe success is earned see their opportunity as a probability, but sometimes only as a possibility. In layman terms, the rich see success as earned and view their opportunity as probability. The middle class see success as earned and view their opportunity as possibility, but sometimes as probability. The poor class sees success as won or innate and view their opportunity as trivial, or in some cases as possibility. Of course, people don't stay in one class their entire life. The people who move between classes tend to have the same outlook as those of the class they move to. 3. They define work wrong. Kevin Gray said, the value of a man's position is often determined by the number of people qualified to fit it. We just discussed two important terms, success and opportunity. In order to continue our discussion further, we must discuss another: work. But success doesn't always come from hard work. Inevitably, people will point out that factory employees work harder than CEOs. Of course, this depends on your analysis of the word work. Choose a corresponding term: physical labor, mental labor, labor. Those who claim that success doesn't always come from hard work only acknowledge one aspect of work: physical labor. Of course, work is labor, period. Excluding mental labor from the term work is biased and unfair. CEO may sit at a desk, wear a suit and enjoy the air condition, but that doesn't mean they labor any less than the man in the shop room. It's simply a different type of labor. Not accepting this, like making arguments that one who hates their job labors more than one who enjoys their job, and the pay she will utter to make up for it. You see where this is going? In terms of pay scale, people who run companies are worth a lot more than those who assemble products. Why? Because it's easy to find people who can assemble products, and it's not very easy to find people who can operate multi-million-dollar companies for a profit. Needless to say, the man in the shop room would not have a job if the CEO behind the desk wasn't doing his job. The only difference is which job would you be doing, and that depends solely on the choice you make throughout your life. How do you think the CEO views success and opportunity? How do you think shop workers view those same terms? 4. They defeat themselves. Henry Mencken said, to expect defeat is 9 times defeat itself. While there is a minority of people who actually choose to fail, the majority that fail simply make poor choices or have a poor outlook. Basically, for the majority, failure is a choice but not a decision. Possibly list all of the bad choices people make which lead them to failure, but a few to get you headed in the right directions are abusing drugs, alcohol, addiction, not getting an education, having a poor work ethics, having a child too young or out of wedlock, immaturity or laziness, borrowing too much money, and the list goes on and on and on. Of course, there are also those things which are out of someone's control. If you are born into an inner city family and attend a poor school system, you obviously start out behind others. If you are handicapped, your road to success may be longer and more difficult, but none of these bar you from success. I will elaborate on this later when we discuss circumstances. 5. They think failure is final. Winston Churchill said, success is the ability to go from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. But hard work doesn't always equal success. Some people work really hard, but they fail. They tried and did not succeed. Failure is a key ingredient in success. Those who don't achieve success most likely quit after their failure. Quitting, of course, is a choice. If you were to follow in the footsteps of a successful person, you would likely pass the remnants of multiple failures. If you follow in the footsteps of a failure, you would find their lifeless picture at the feet of their first opponent. So the question is, how hard And for how long are you willing to fight? There are no shortcuts, not at all. Statistically, the vast majority of millionaires are self-made. Look at it this way: if you are not dead yet, there's still hope. 6. They are a victim of their circumstances. Mark Cain said, the first step towards success is taken when you refuse to be a captive of the environment in which you first find yourself. One of the biggest rebuttals given by non-achievers is that they are held back by their circumstances. I don't think circumstances is a fair argument though. Yes, you may be subject to circumstances that make it more difficult for you to succeed, but that does not change the fact that you start with the same opportunity as others. The opportunity is provided to you by living in a free country. It is also important to note that some people handle circumstances better than others. For instance, you can't say that a handicap is a circumstance that prevents you from achieving when others with the same handicap have achieved. Everyone has issues, circumstances, roadblocks, etc. It is all about how you deal with your circumstances. Circumstances is also unimportant because it doesn't determine finality. For example, a trust fund baby can lose his fortune with a series of bad decisions, just as easy as a child from the ghetto can acquire a fortune with a series of good decisions. Don't be quick to judge others based on their circumstances. Instead, judge them based on their ferocity in overcoming those circumstances. 7. They take no for an answer. Stephen Covey said, opposition is a natural part of life. Just as we develop our physical muscles through overcoming opposition, such as lifting weights, we develop our character muscles by overcoming challenges and adversity. First, you are given an opportunity. Then, based on that opportunity, you hatch a dream. And when you try to execute that dream, you meet your opposition. It is here on the battleground, facing the opposition, that success is either realized or lost. Everyone faces opposition on their way to the top. The crack babies and the trust fund babies both have their own set of problems, and you can't assume that one faces more opposition than the other. Everyone's life and path to success is unique. The one thing they do have in common is the opportunity for success. But as you try to succeed, there will be people and circumstances around every corner that try to tell you no. The disability you were born with tells you no. Your abusive parents tells you no. Your permissive friends tells you no. Your lack of self-esteem causes you to say no to yourself. Addiction tells you no, and so on. The people who succeed are those who don't take no for an answer. They stroke off the pessimism. They choose better friends. They put up boundaries with their family, and they surround themselves with positive people and things. Success is possible for anyone who is willing to achieve it. There are many who want success, but there is a huge difference between wanting to and willing to. You have to be willing. The other thing to remember is that your outlook and the way you define success, opportunities, and work play a large role in determining your outcome. If you are not achieving, the first person you should always look to first is yourself. If you've not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do. Share this video with a friend. It might inspire a friend, who knows. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and on Instagram.